All right, guys. Welcome to the deck tech for the nephew deck that I put together. You just watched it, or you haven't watched it yet, but you probably found this through the gameplay video that is up on my YouTube channel. The way this deck got built was I was trying to build a deck around the support mechanic, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie are actually probably the best support cards. Now, I didn't want to make a deck that revolved around Huey getting his 3 nephew ability to go off to draw 3 cards. I just kind of want it to be something the deck can do, but it is capable of winning without it. In fact, most games you win, you won't get that off. It's kind of hard to get off, but not actually as hard as it seems. All right, so in the 2-drop spot for blue, we have 4 Hueys. He is 1/3 of the nephew crew. We have 4 of each nephew. In the 3 spot, we have Captain Amelia. She is a 1/5 for 3 ink, and she's inkable. And during your turn, she is evasive. So she's a great way, combined with support, to take out pesky evasives. For example, if Huey quests and gives Captain Amelia 2 more strength, she can take out a Minnie Mouse. So she's actually quite good. She also has 5 toughness, which allows us to use Rapunzel on her to draw some cards. Also, 3-drop inkable. We have Dewey. He is just another nephew. His stat line's a little better than Huey. He's a 2/3, and he quests for 2 lore. Then in the 3 spot as well, we have Pluto. He is inkable. He is a 3/4, and he quests for 1 lore. We run both Plutos. We run actually all 3 Plutos in our deck as 4-ofs. Pluto, I've yet to see Pluto be better than he is in this deck. He's very, very good with support. This 3/4 Pluto also allows us to get the max from a Rapunzel. And we usually actually do, because Pluto will take out Mim Snakes. He'll take out Smees. He'll take out all sorts of 3-power bad guys. All right, in the 4-drop, we have our first song. It is uninkable. How far I'll go. A character with 4 or more can sing this for free, or you can pay the 4. You look at the top 2 cards of your deck, you put 1 in your hand, and the other in your inkwell face down. This helps us find cards that we need. It also ramps us up a little. Our deck likes having ink. Also a 4-drop inkable, we have Louie, the last of the nephews. He is the biggest of the bunch. He is a 3/4 with support, and he quests for 2. He is another character in our deck that can get 3 damage on him, and often does, and we can Rapunzel him to draw some cards. Getting to our second song in blue, in the 5 spot, we have an inkable Let It Go. This card will put a chosen character into their player's inkwell face down and exerted. We need this card for, mostly it's just Beast. We need a way to deal with Beast, but there's other targets for it. Like, our deck doesn't actually have a hard time with Robin Hood. It doesn't have a hard time really with many characters because of the support mechanic. We can actually clear out characters quite well, but we still need a way to remove characters that are giving us problems. Beast is probably the main person who gets to let it go when people play Beast and just don't attack with it and draw their cards. We just like to let it go. All right, 7 uninkable. We have Hades. He is like Let It Go, except he's attached to a 3/6 body. He quests for 2. Hades is just very, very good. Moving on to orange, we have 4 of the 1-drop Plutos. He lets us ramp, and we can also shift Big Pluto onto him. Again, Big Pluto is very, very good in this deck. Also a 1-drop, we have the Queen. This is the first of the cards in this deck that I am debating taking out. I don't know how good it is. Even when I do have both queens and I can shift the queen, they're always playing around the shift queen, which I know maybe not be the best reason to take something out of a deck, but I am not getting really all that much value with the queen commanding presence. I mean, she's really good, and she's really good in this deck, but it's not really working out as I would hope. So we might replace the queen and the other queen, but maybe not. We do need this queen. She can sing Let It Go. Her and Pluto and Hades are the only ones that can sing Let It Go in the deck. So we'll keep testing with the queens in here, but they're underperforming, I would say. All right. 2, uninkable. We have the Lantern. The Lantern is another way for us to ramp. The Lantern's very good in this deck. It lets us get Pluto out early. And like I said, Pluto is very, very good in this deck. Then we have the Bare Necessities. This is here to basically get rid of Be Prepared. We are not really afraid of, well, Dragonfire, but no one's really playing Dragonfire. We're not really afraid of many of the removal spells, as our guys all kind of have big butts on them. So, like, Smash isn't killing most of our guys. And in the ones that it is killing, we can bring back with the Dragon Gem. So that is 3 and a 3-spot uninkable Dragon Gem. It's an artifact. You pay 3, you return a card with support to your hand. This is another card that's not really working out. There's more decks playing artifact removal at this point than there are decks that are actually playing artifacts. I think that will change, and so I want to leave this in. I want to keep testing it, because I'm still only just testing this deck. But the truth is that the 4-drop Hades might be better, because we have the ramp for Hades, and he's attached to a body. We can quest with Hades, or we can use Hades to kill. We can quest here, support Hades, and Hades can really take up most anything. So Hades, right here, Hades might just be better than the Dragon Gem. I really want to use the Dragon Gem. Like I said, you pay 3, return a character card with support from your discard to your hand. I think it's overcosted, though. I don't think it should cost 3. The ability, I mean, there's just not many good support cards. It seems to be a bit expensive, and oftentimes I play this and it just gets binged before I can even really use it. So if you want to use it once without it getting removed, you're looking at 6 ink in a single turn. So kind of underwhelming. I may replace it with Hades. I'm going to keep testing though. All right, then the 4 inkable, we have Rapunzel. Rapunzel is a 1/5. When you play her, you can remove up to 3 damage from a character and draw a card for each damage removed this way. She is rock solid. She is one of the best cards in the game, and we use her to remove damage from some of our big body guys to help us draw cards. All right, in the 5 spot, we have the Queen. She shifts for 2 onto our smaller Queen, and she can really get work in against some decks, but like I said, everybody's really just been playing around her. But even if people are just playing around her, they're not really doing what they want to be doing, so I think overall there's not going to be a better option in these spots than the Queen. And then my favorite card in the deck, or the best performing card in this deck, is Pluto, Determined Defender. He pairs so well with support. I really can't overstate how great this card is when you have cards with support in your deck. We have 12 supporting cards. Even just giving him the extra 2 strength really kind of allows him to clear out most anything. And Louis actually will give him 3 strength, which bumps his strength up to 6, and then he can take out Robin Hoods and, anything else. So Pluto is the one card that I'm having a lot of fun playing with in this deck, and I think support Pluto is actually a thing. You can probably make a better support deck around Pluto. However, there aren't so many great support cards, but Pluto with Rolly. Rolly is the 3. Here he is over here. With Rolly, Pluto gets the 6 strength. 6 is kind of the magic number to take out any of the threats people are going to be playing, because Robin Hood has the 6. But like I said, Robin Hood's not really all that scary against this deck. So we might experiment with Rolly and Hades, but other than that, the deck is pretty close to how it's going to be. And anyway, this is the deck tech. Thanks for checking it out.